Hello students, today we will start ऐसे वन रिवीजन अकॉर्डिंग टू पेपर पैटर्न। तो यहाँ पे देखिए हमारा सेक्शन ए है, उसमें कॉम्प्रिहेंशन है, जो सीन आएगा, उसके बाद फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स वेकेबलरी है और क्वेश्चन आंसर है। तो क्वेश्चन आंसर है वो हमारे प्रोज फर्स्ट फ्लाइट बुक से चैप्टर फर्स्ट टू फिफ्थ आएंगे। तो चैप्टर फर्स्ट ए लेटर टू गॉड एंड चैप्टर टू नेल्सन मंडेला लॉन्ग वॉक टू फ्रीडम एंड चैप्टर थर्ड टू स्टोरीज अबाउट फ्लाइंग एंड फोर्थ चैप्टर फ्रॉम द डायरी ऑफ एनी फ्रैंक और फिफ्थ चैप्टर द 100 ड्रेसेस वन। यहाँ तक आएंगे एग्ज़ाम में। ठीक है, तो अब हम आज की वीडियो में क्वेश्चन आंसर है वो रिवीजन करेंगे। चैप्टर फर्स्ट ए लेटर टू गॉड। क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट, हु डज लेंचो हैव कंप्लीटेड फेथ इन विच सेंटेंस इन द स्टोरी टेल यू दिस। तो देखिए स्टूडेंट, आपको ये जो लेसन है ये पूरा कंप्लीट होना चाहिए। इसके लिए एक या दो क्वेश्चन पर्टिकुलर हम नहीं कह सकते। तो इसके लिए जो हमारे जो टेक्स्ट के बीच में जो क्वेश्चन आंसर आते हैं वो भी आपको प्रिपेयर करने, वो हम लोग पहले है जब लेसन रीड किया था तब डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, तो वो एज ए रिवीजन अभी भी आपको करने हैं। तो क्वेश्चन ये जो फर्स्ट है टेक्स्ट का क्वेश्चन आंसर है, Lencho has complete faith in God as he is instructed that God knows everything and help us in our problem. There are few sentences which show this, but in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary house in the middle of the valley, there was a single hope, help from God. All through the night, Lencho thought only of his one hope, the help of God, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. God, he wrote, if he don't help me, my family, and I will go hungry this year. He wrote to God on the envelope, put the letter inside, and still trouble went to town. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lancho what he had requested. Question 2. Why does the postmaster send money to Lencho? Why does he sign the letter God? Answer. The postmaster sent money to Lencho in order to keep Lencho's faith in God alive and firm, as he was completely moved by it. When postmaster reads the letter of Lencho to God, he becomes serious and does not want to shake his faith and decide to answer the letter. Full stop. He gathers money with the help of his post office employees and friends on behalf of God and sign the letter God so that Lencho's faith does not get shaken. Question third. Did Lencho try to find out who had sent the money to him? Why or why not? Answer. Lencho did not try to find out who had sent the money to him because he never suspected the presence of God and had complete faith in God. He could not believe that if could be anybody else other than him who would send him the money, his faith in God was so strong that he believed that he had sent money to him for his help in his problem. Question fourth. Who does Lencho thinks has taken the rest of the money? Question mark. What is the irony in the situation? Answer. Lencho thinks that the post office employees have taken the rest of the money as he had demanded 100 pesos from God, and in the envelope there was only 70 pesos, and God cannot make such a mistake, so he assumed that they have stolen the money. The irony in this situation is that Lencho suspects those people who helped him in his problem, and tried to keep his faith alive in God. Question 6. There are two kinds of conflict in the story between humans and nature. Conflict between human and nature. The conflict between human and nature is illustrated by the destructions of Lencho's crop by the hailstorm, as Lencho was accepting a good good rain to have good harvest, as that was the only hope he had for his earning. He worked so hard to feed his family, but nature turned violent and destroyed everything. Conflict between human and human. The story also illustrated another conflict between humans themselves, as the postmaster, along with his friends and staff sent Lencho money that Lencho demanded from God. Although they didn't know Lencho blamed them for taking away from amount of money. He called them a bunch of crooks. He showed that man does not have faith in other men, thereby giving rise to his conflict. A first chapter is completed. Let's get start chapter second. Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. Question first. Why did such a large number of international leaders attend the inaugurations? What did it signify the triumph of? Answer. The presence of large number of international leaders was a gesture of solidarity from international community to the idea of the end of apartheid. It signified the triumph of good over evil, the triumph of the idea of a tolerant society without any discrimination. Question 2. What does Mandela mean when he say he is simply the sum of all those African patriots who had gone before him? तो इसके जो टेक्स्ट के क्वेश्चन हैं वो भी करने हैं आपको. तो इसका आंसर है मंडेला वॉन्ट्स टू पे हिज ट्राइब्यूट टू all the people who had sacrificed their lives for the sake of freedom. He feels that he is the sum of all those African patriots who had gone before him, because those heroes of the yesteryears had paved the path of cooperation and unity for him. Therefore, he got the supports of his people to be able to come to power to bring equality for his own people. Question third है how did Mandela's understanding? Answer. With age, Nelson Mandela realized that he had a lot of responsibilities of his people, his community and his country. As a boy, Mandela did not have a hunger for freedom because he thought that he was born free. He believed that as long as he obeyed his father and abided by the customs of his tribe, he was free in every possible manner. He had certain needs as a teenager and certain needs as a young man. Gradually, he realized that he was selfish during his boyhood. He slowly understood that it is not just his freedom that is being curtailed, but the freedom of all blacks. It is after attending his understanding that he develops a hunger for the freedom of his people. Question fourth है how did Mandela's understanding of the freedom change with age and experience? Answer. Mandela realized in his youth that it was not just his freedom that was being curtailed, but the freedom of all blacks. The hunger for his own freedom become the hunger for the freedom of his people. The desire of a non-racial society transformed him into a virtuous and self-sacrificing man. Thus he joined the African National Congress, and he changed him from a frightened young man into a bold man. तो यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन आंसर कंप्लीट होते हैं. अब थर्ड चैप्टर देखते हैं. 2 stories about flying. Chapter 3. 2 stories about flying. Question first. Why was the young seagull afraid to fly? Do you think all young birds are afraid to make their first flight? Or are some birds more tamed than others? Do you think the human baby also find it is challenge to take its first step? Answer. The young seagull was afraid to fly because it was its first flight. It is a well-known fact that doing something for the first time is challenging. Therefore, all young birds must be afraid to make their first flight. Similarly, a human baby would also find it a challenge to take its first step. Question 2. The sight of food maddened him. What does this suggest? What compelled the young seagull to finally fly? Answer. The young seagull was very hungry. It was this hunger that ultimately compelled it to fly. Its hunger only intensified when it saw its mother tearing at a piece of fish that lay at her feet. It cried to her, begging her to get some food. When his mother came towards it with food in her beak. It screamed with joy and anticipations. It means happen. However, she stopped midway. It wondered why she did not come nearer. Not being able to resist or control its hunger any longer, it dived at the food in its mother's beak. At the moment, his hunger overpowered his fear of the great expanse of sea beneath the cliff. Finally, this plunge was followed by the natural reaction of its body, that to fly. Question third है, they were beckoning to him, calling shrinkly. Why did the seagull's father and mother threaten him to cajole him to the fly? Answer: the young seagull was afraid to fly, even when it was its brother and sister of flying and its parents helping and teaching them. It's called not gather enough courage to make that first flight. That is why its father and mother were calling to it shrinkly and scolding it. They threatened to let it starve on its legs if it did not fly. They did so because they wanted it to leave its fear behind and learn to fly. Part 2, the black aeroplane. I will take the risk. What is risk? Why does the narrator take it? Answer: a hung storm was brewing up, and the author was keen to reach his home to spend his holiday with his family. So he decided to fly through the storm, as he did not want to miss the chance to meet his family at breakfast. Thus, he took the risk even when the visibility was almost zero in the storm. Question 2. Describe the narrator's experience as they flew the aeroplane in the storm. Answer: as the pilot author entered the storm, his plane started jumping and twisting. He could not see anything outside the plane, as it was black. When he looked at compass and other instruments, they had stopped to function due to the storm. It was terrible and fearsome experience for him. The fuel tank was almost empty, and he could not fly more than 10 minutes. Then he saw another black aeroplane by his side, and the pilot of the black signaled him to follow. It was surprise for the narrator, as the other black aeroplane was having no lights on its wings. He followed it without any choice and landed safely on the runway. Question number 3. Why does the narrator say, I landed and was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota? Answer: after landing, the narrator was not sorry to walk away from the old Dakota because he had a horrifying and scary experience flying to the plane. He was very happy that he had landed the plane safely. That is why he was not sorry to walk away. Instead, he wanted to know where he was and who the other pilot was. Question 4. What made the woman in the control center look at the narrator strangely? Answer: the woman in the control center looked at the narrator strangely because the narrator asked him about the black aeroplane, and she saw no or except the narrator's plane in the sky during the storm. Even the radar showed only the narrator's plane that night in the sky. Question 5th, last question of the chapter. Who do you think helped the narrator to reach safely? Discuss yourself. It is not important. You can discuss yourself. It is very difficult to say about the unknown pilot who helped the narrator, but probably it was the narrator himself that helped him to overcome the fear in the storm, as no other plane was seen on the radar except the narrator's old Dakota plane. In that fear from situation of the might have been Hollandsey. He himself was a good pilot and brave enough who helped himself land safely. तो चैप्टर 1 to 3 के क्वेश्चन आंसर हैं वो कंप्लीट हो चुके हैं, और काफ़ी बच्चों ने जिन्होंने पहले से ही बुक स्टार्ट नहीं की है और तो वो रिवीजन को देखकर अच्छे मार्क्स गेन कर सकते हैं, और पूरा रिवीजन नोटबुक में लिखना है। और उसके बाद जो हमारे टेक्स्ट की जो क्वेश्चन है, टेक्स्ट को भी अच्छे से पढ़ना है। अगर टेक्स्ट के क्वेश्चन आपके क्लियर है, अगर टेक्स्ट आपको अच्छे से क्लियर, तो क्वेश्चन आपके लिए इजी हो जाएगा। तो स्टूडेंट्स पूरा जो रिवीजन है उस रिवीजन वर्क को रीडिंग करना है, राइटिंग करना है। ओके, थैंक यू।